So I was actually on the airplane coming here, and I really wanted to practice the presentation, but I had a problem. I was on the airplane, and the site wouldn't load because I think there's an external dependency on some sort of styling or something, and it just looked all sorts of wonky. So I thought, okay, I can just use Vim to walk through my presentation, right? I can do this. I'm an engineer. I got this, right? I got fuzzy finders. I'll just do it, right? This is not too hard. So let me just show you this really quickly. This is where we're kind of going off the rails. I'm going to try to write something that's a little complex on the fly. You never know. It works at least half the time, every single time. All right, CD, I think I called it Vim Fundamentals. There we go. And when I was in here, I was like, OK, so all I need to do, let's not do it here. Let's go to CD course website. There we go. All I got to do is just walk through my lessons. But then I started sitting here and going, oh, gosh, I can't remember the order of these things. What are the order of all these files? Like, I'm going to have to remember the names for them because they're not quite named the right thing, right? They're not alphabetical is not correct because, look, this one is order 15A, and color my pencils is 10. Oh, my goodness. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this, right? I'm going to have to like search through all this really manually. Well, then I thought, wait a second. OK, I am a scientist, sort of. I sort of consider myself a scientist. I've quit Vim a few times. I could do this. So I thought, all right, I'm going to do grep. And I'm going to grep for order colon. Looks pretty good, right? And I'm going to do it for everything under my lessons directory, star.md. All right, awesome. We got 32 of them. Yes, we're there. So I can start walking them, right? I can walk them for, OK, hold on. No, they're still all the wrong order. Why are they the wrong order? So I'm going to go C open. OK, they alphabetized them based on their file path. OK, so I need a better way to do this, right? I need a way to do this a lot better. If I were to alphabetize them on like the order string, well, there's a problem, right? What's the problem? String ordering of numbers is not the same as natural ordering of numbers, right? I'm going to have 1 through 10, 2, 20 through whatever, right? It's going to be that annoying ordering that's not quite right. So I thought, OK, we can do this. We got this. I've never done this before until I was on an airplane with no internet. So I was like, OK, I bet you there's a way to get the quick fix list. I'm going to type in getq and hit tab. Yes, yes. So we knew, OK, there is a get quick fix list. I can get the quick fix list. So I hit enter. And let's just do this. Oh, hold on. I'm doing help. Let's do get quick fix, what is it called? Get quick fix list. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Call get quick fix. Am I not knowing how to type? Echo. There we go. Echo get quick fix list. There it is. Oh, my goodness. There we go. I'm like, OK, so what's in here? I've never looked at this before. We can totally do this. Ah, look, there's text. With that text, order this. All right, I can do this. But I can't do it in Vimel because there's no way I can do this in Vimel because I just don't have the superpowers with Vimel to be able to do this. But I bet I could do it in Lua. Well, I'm using NeoVim, so I can do this. So then I thought, OK, I'm going to go Lua. I'm going to try to zoom this in so you can see it. Here, let's get all that off the screen, too, because it just makes it hard. I think this is as zoomy in as I can zoom it in. All right. So I went, all right, we're going to go set quick fix list, right? But in Lua, remember, it's Vim function set quick fix list. You wouldn't know that, right? I said remember, but you've actually never even heard of that. I don't know why you would know that. So we're going to do Vim fn sort. And then I want to do Vim fn get quick fix list. Yes, OK. So now I need to provide it a function. I have no idea how the sort function works, but I'm just going to assume it works like every sort function I've ever seen in my lifetime. I'm going to say function A and B. Yeah, that seems about right. I'm going to hit enter. OK. Oh, it said error. Dang, I have to do it all in one line. OK, we're going to do this all in one line. Here we go. So I'm getting ready to do this all in one line. And OK, how do we do this? So I thought for a second. I went, all right, I bet I don't want to do it this way. So I didn't do it this way. Instead, I went here and I opened up a simple, oopsies, I have to do the grep thing one more time. Grep up here, get all those. Awesome. And so what I did is I actually just deleted one of these files really quickly, and I just typed it in myself. So I did vim function.set quick fix list. Right, I was on an airplane. It was fun, right? Now I'm just determined to do it. I'm not practicing anymore. I'm determined to make this thing work. Sort. And then vim function get quick fix list. And then I'm going to go function A, B. And now I can go local a text equals a.text, yep, and do it again with b. So now I'm just writing Lua. I bet you I'm like, all right, I bet I can do a num, and I bet you it's a text substring starting at the 9th position, because remember, Lua's one index and it's ordering ORDER colon space quote one indexing. Right, go to the next one. So there we go. All right, awesome, we're here. And then I want to get the length of a text and -2, because there's an a and there's a quote at the end. I'm like, all right, we got this. We're totally going to get this. So I took that, I take that, I replace the a's with b's, and I do GC for do it globally all the way across the line, but ask me first. No, yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Excellent. And then I can remove the highlight search with no highlight search. There we go. OK, so this is looking good. I'm going to go if a num is greater than b num, then return 1 and is like how you do it in Lua. Remember, I'm not in a Lua file, so I'm getting no highlighting. I just need to get this done. I'm freaking out here. Like, how am I ever going to present if I can't even write a little bit of Lua on the fly? And my indenting's wrong. It's 3 spaces. It should be 4. Everything was going wrong on the airplane, right? So I was like, return -1 end. This should be it. Then I need to do 2 of those. Awesome. I can hop between them. That's it. And so then I did Lua file, my current file. OK. What just happened? C open. Ordering 1A. 10 went all the way through. Oh, no, I must have done something wrong. Look at it. It's like almost ordered, but it's string ordering. Oh, but of course, to number. I bet you that's it. To number. Bet you that's it. Save it. Lua file. Did it. C open. 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. Then I practiced my then all I had to do was just walk through my thing, and I just practiced it straight through on the airplane. This felt fantastic because I solved a problem that was actually kind of hard to do because I didn't want to have to walk through and try to find each one. I probably spent way too much time trying to fix it. But nonetheless, like, this is the power that's available to you. You can write plugins to edit and change a quick fix list to make navigation a way you want it to be. The reason why I wanted to show you this is just that. Right there should start sparking your ideas. Like, if I can get stuff into a quick fix list, I could write it and do things I want with it to be more useful for me. And I can even write a really awesome language like Lua, which is a great embedded language. It's not something I'd want to write every day, but it's a great embedded language for this stuff. And holy cow, this is great. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. And for me, this was a really cool moment because I was like, it was taking me like 3 minutes each time I wanted to find a file, and I ended up solving the problem in 5 minutes, and it felt fantastic.